All right, Astrid, thank you. Let's talk about spending. Spending in your family. Your spending style has an impact on how your children will develop with their spending habits. You really need to teach your kids about managing money early. So we started doing that today. To give us some tips, we've got Jeff Schwartz. He is the Executive Director of Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Alberta. When do we start talking to them about money, Jeff?
Early. Anytime. I mean, what we recommend is if you're going to do an allowance, 5, 6 years old, somewhere in and around kindergarten, first grade.
Okay.
It's a good time.
Do start early and do start making them aware that when they want things, it costs money. There's a transaction. That money has to come from somewhere. That money has to, so how much is too much and at what level can they understand? I guess keep it pretty simple when they're little.
Keep it pretty simple, exactly. And one of the things we talk about is the allowance and how to really handle the allowance. And about 5 years ago, I have an 11-year-old, and we started to give her an allowance. And the first thing that we did was, okay, we're going to give you an allowance, but we gave her 3 piggy banks. The first piggy bank was for savings, and 15% was supposed to go there, 10% for the second bank, which was for charity, and the third one, 75%, was her own. And that's the tough part, because as a parent you want to try and guide them as to what they can buy with their own money, but really you have to try and back away from that. And if they want the Barbie, if they want the toy truck, that's their prerogative to get that, and then they learn about how much these things start to cost. We took it one step further, and I guess around the time she was 9 or 10 she wanted an iPod. And we said, well, that's a bigger ticket item. So the importance of setting goals came into effect here, in so much as if that's really what we want, we've got to make some other sacrifices along the way. So we can't buy stuff for a while out of our own piggy bank because of the fact that we're saving up for this iPod.
For the big ticket item.
Yeah.
And how did that go over?
Oh, it went fantastic.
Yeah.
And the funny part about that is that, she gets gifts all the time for birthdays and things like that. And invariably what happens is, or inevitably what happens is, they get broken rather quickly.
Yeah.
The iPod has remained pristine.
Interesting.
It's held in the right spot, and because she values it. There's
a little ownership pride there.
And responsibility.
Yeah.
So there's all these fantastic messages that are getting mixed up into this.
Okay. That's a good idea. Now you brought along these, and I said, oh, what a cute little notebook. And Jeff says, yeah, you're supposed to be tracking your spending, because we were talking about Starbucks. He said you could be tracking your Starbucks spending in there. It's like, oh yeah, I am supposed to be doing that, aren't I? This is a great idea for the family. You carry this tiny notebook. Number 1, items purchased, coffee and snacks. We probably spend a lot more on coffee and snacks than we think.
Exactly.
And it's good for the kids to see us saying, okay, well, we just bought a lemonade at Starbucks, so we better write down.
Well, the interesting part also about that, and you're bringing up a great point, is you compare your snacks and your coffee and your ice cream, and then maybe you're also shopping for groceries at the same time that day, and you look at, well, wow, we spent this much on groceries, we spent almost the same amount on all the other stuff that is gone by now.
And involve the kids in this.
Absolutely.
So really making them aware that this money doesn't come from nowhere, that it comes from somewhere, it's allotted for something, groceries or whatever, and that there's a flow of money, and when there's none, that means there's none.
Yeah. We take even the next step and say, involve them in helping you to pay your bills, because I pay my bills once a month. So whether I pay them by check and actually write the check and take it to the mailbox, and they can do that with us, or even doing it online, because so many kids are involved with the computer, they get to see, well, what happens, how we do these things. So it's a little bit of a lesson.
Costs something to keep those lights on, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
For more advice, check out consolidatedcredit.ca. Jeff, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ideas for keeping the kids, getting them financially literate early on.